Hail and kill caller, you're on the air.
Classic Metal Show. Classic Metal Show. Classic Metal Show.
We're going to get out of here. We'll be back next Saturday. So this is Neeley along with my very good friend, Rizzy. We're gone. All right. And it's Classic Metal Show right here on Classic Metal Show Television. This is the debut video stream of the Classic Metal Show TV show. Is this actually a TV show, Chris?
Well, right now it's a definite demo, but it's sort of working, don't you think?
I think so. I mean, of course, I can't tell what people are seeing, but,
Right.
you know, for those of you who are tuned in live, I know a few people expressed interest in seeing the debut of Classic Metal Show Television.
Yeah, pal.
If Eric Braverman can do it, so can we, and we can do it better.
Well, I don't know about all that, but we can at least do it.
Exactly. All right. Well, here it is for a lot of people who have made inquiries over many years about, man, what is that Classic Metal Show studio like? Well, you got a view of it. This is where I sit every Saturday and bring you my end of the Classic Metal Show. And of course, you can see Chris doing his end as well.
Yeah, I have my kittens with me. You know, I'm very much an animal lover, and I have all my kittens with me today.
Well, these ones don't shed, and they don't have fleas, and they don't stink.
Right, and all I got to do is click one little button, and they're dead.
Exactly. Nice. Very nice. Well, here it is. We're on a Wednesday afternoon, and you know, we didn't know exactly how this would go. We've been talking about this for months, so actually literally years.
Yeah, it's been a while, man.
As Eric Braverman actually approached us 4 years ago to do something similar to this, and we just didn't feel we were ready, but apparently technology has caught up with us to where we believe we can give you a quality radio broadcast in video form.
Now, neither one of us, though, still understands what the appeal to this shit is, do we?
Well, I mean, you can sit here and look at me and look at you, and we're sitting here speaking into microphones and doing the show.
Ooh, cool.
That's hot.
That's awesome, man.
Man, they're just hanging in that studio, and they're talking, and they're entertaining me, and it's just fun, man.
Yeah, next thing you know, we're going to be recording our FaceTime conversations of phone calls, too, man.
That's cool. Well, that's because we're big celebrities.
Yeah, I guess. Ugh, that's a scary thought.
I know that you've been doing a little bit of test streaming for the last couple of days, and you actually did an interview which you released today via the Classic Metal Show YouTube page, and you put it on the Facebook.
Yep, it's up there. It was with the great Kenny Aronson, who in my world, his career starts and stops with HSAS, the Sammy Hagar Neil Sean project, but he's also been in some other bands of some note, you know, Bob Dylan, Derringer, now the Yardbirds.
He played with Billy Joel, right?
Billy Idol. He was with Billy Idol. He might have been with Billy Joel. I don't know. He's played with everybody, man. He's been in damn near every band known to man.
He's definitely a journeyman bassist.
Yeah, and he even said in the interview, he said, you know what, I'm comfortable being the side man as long as I get the call. And he certainly gets the call, man.
Yeah, he does. And for a guy who's been around as long as he has to, have that reputation in the music business and be able to play some very notable people. Now, speaking of the Yardbirds, obviously he was not part of the original Yardbirds or even the new Yardbirds, which morphed into Led Zeppelin.
Right.
What is his interest, or what is his connection to the Yardbirds, and who else is going to participate in this? Because aren't those guys dead?
Some of them are dead. There's one guy. It's a Bobby Blotzer's Yardbirds, as far as I'm concerned.
Who's the main guy in this version?
Don't know. I wouldn't know the names. I mean, dude, we all know the same names from the Yardbirds, and none of them are in the Yardbirds. It's not Clapton, Beck, or Jimmy Page.
Or DeRaja?
Or I don't even know who that is.
Okay.
So, but I don't know. He was very cool, man. We talked. He just said that when he was growing up, the Yardbirds were like his favorite band ever, and you're not gonna like this because you hate the fucking Facebook, but he got the gig 2.5 years ago in the Yardbirds he had a friend that knew whoever the current singer is, and just threw him a Facebook request, and then told him who he was, and then got offered the gig.
Nice.
So he got his gig through Facebook.
So is he Rover from Rover's Morning Glory? I have this friend that I met through Facebook.
He could be, but that was his story, and he's a cool guy. I've interviewed him before, and him and I get on fairly well. So it was a cool interview. If people want to hear it, it's very cool.
All right. So where can people hear this thing?
YouTube. It's on it's on our YouTube channel, which is, I don't even know what it is. I don't know the address, but you can go to theclassicmetalshow.com, and somewhere on there's a YouTube link. Click that.
Well, it's youtube.com/user/CMS Classic Metal Show.
Boy, YouTube really makes that easy to find, huh? Jesus.
Absolutely. So anyway, so Chris did a interview today that we released early because we usually hold them till Friday.
Right.
And so as a test for doing interviews live and giving you that opportunity to stare deeply into Chris's eyes while he so intently interviews somebody that he actually likes.
Right.
You could see him on the YouTube.
How exciting, man.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, speaking of exciting,
yeah,
our President Trump has been stirring things up out there.
Not my president, man!
Yeah, so apparently we elected a racist, I guess.
Apparently. He apparently hit 70 and turned on the nigger hating, man. Holy smokes.
Yeah, because if you understand the Constitution at all, if you're if you have hate speech or any other kind of speech, you're protected whether you agree with it or not.
Right. I mean, that's the way I understood it. Is I've always understood freedom of speech as it doesn't protect the stuff you like to hear. It protects the stuff that you don't like to hear. Because if you start censoring what you don't like to hear, then automatically you're giving power of what you can say to the fucking government. And that's just stupid. I can't believe how many motherfucking stupid assholes there are out there that are so willing to just give it up. Here, take it. Take away all my rights. I'd rather be controlled. Just give me my free cell phone. Ugh. Yeah. Fucking fags.
Well, anyway, I did watch the press conference. Well, what was supposed to be about infrastructure yesterday turned into a Trump basically rolling up his sleeves and giving the media a punch square in the face.
Like that, didn't you?
I did. I loved it. And of course, the headlines today, President Trump is unhinged.
Yeah.
It was a disaster. What a disgrace.
Yeah. Dude, I saw the best meme today. It was a side-by-side picture of Trump and Hitler, and both were drinking a glass of water, and the line on it just said, "See, Hitler drank water too, man."
I love it.
I was like, you fucking dummies. Why can't you see how stupid you look?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I don't want to make this all a political thing. I just had to comment at the crybabies that live in this country, unfortunately. And the thing that people don't understand is if you believe what you read in the media, you would have thought Charlottesville, the entire state came out to this thing. Do you realize that the entire attendance of this on any side that you were on was 500 people total?
I didn't know that. No, it was just like a little tiny gathering.
It was 500 people. That included the alt-right, the alt-left, and anybody in between.
Cops too, or not cops?
Everybody who was there, 500 total.
500 people. So basically the amount of people that turns out for a high school football game.
Yeah.
And that's what the world's in chaos over.
Well, this was more important than Vietnam. This was more important than the killing of Martin Luther King. This was bigger than World War II.
Right.
So if you believe the fake news in the media, you would have thought that this was like all-out war, when basically it was just a handful of people you could put in a gymnasium.
Right. Did you see that bitch mayor of Baltimore secretly took down the statues last night?
Of course.
What a fucking fag.
Of course.
When are we going to start taking down the Sitting Bull statues? Shouldn't we be taking those down too? Because apparently, the way I understand it, we're supposed to take down statues now of anything Confederate because they lost the war.
Right, of course.
So I believe the Indians lost too, didn't they?
They did, but we were the oppressors, so they were being trod upon.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I still think we should take their statues down as well. We should take all statues down.
Yeah.
There should be no pride in anything.
Yeah.
Blow up Mount Rushmore. Blow up every fucking statue. In fact, just grab some ISIS videos. They'll show you exactly how to do it. You fucking dummies. Yep. Oh, my God. I can't believe how fucking stupid these fucking liberal cocksucking faggots are, man. Holy fuck.
Well, speaking of Mount Rushmore, I think that should be blown up because both Washington and Thomas Jefferson were slave owners. So they should be blown up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Gone.
No more.
This country is in fucking real trouble, my friend.
No kidding.
Oh, my God.
All right. Well, I don't want to bring everybody down on our first broadcast.
No.
Here, but, all I ask of you is sit up and take notice.
Yeah. Listen, watch some non-mainstream media news.
To us. That's all you need to do is just listen and watch us.
Well, I don't know about all that. That's not good advice, but
lead you right down the right path.
I don't know about all that. I think that I don't want to take it. I do not want any responsibility for any of these fucking people. Just because even if their intention is good, we cannot believe that they're going to do what we would do. They will do something more than say something about it. Do not take our advice on anything. Learn for yourself, please.
Yeah, Neeley told me to do this, man.
Yeah, man. I was told to bomb this school by the classic metal. No, you weren't. Dicks. Oh, man. Yeah, it's. I think I need to go back to not watching the news again.
Yeah. Well, I got to be honest. I haven't really watched much news lately. I do catch the headlines and whatnot, and
sure,
I get most of my clips directly from YouTube rather than listen to a pundit decide what I should think. I just watch the stream myself.
Yeah, dude. Anymore, that's all you need for any kind of TV. I was talking. In fact, it was our good friend Ken Barr. Just made the switch from cable TV to cord cutting. He cut his cord, bought an Amazon stick, and he was asking about how to watch, news and sports or whatever. And I was trying to tell him, I was like, dude, you do not need live anything anymore. You could watch, highlights from like Sports Center or Fox Sports 1 or whatever for your sports highlights right there on their website on YouTube, their page on YouTube. And most of these things have their own page anymore. If you want news, whether it's CNN or Fox or whoever the fuck it is, any single one of those guys, has clip after clip after clip of every story that they do. So you really don't need it anymore, man. It's antiquated. It's outdated.
Sure, absolutely. Well, for those of you who are tuning in and listening to us ramble on our debut video stream,
Yeah.
we have a chat room which is open, and I noticed some folks are joining us in there.
Okay.
And if you want, you can go over to chatandkill.com. Just spell it out, chatandkill.com. Sign in there with any of your social media. If you belong to Google Plus or Facebook or Chatwing or Twitter or any one of those, you can jump in there and be a part of the chat room. So for those of you jumping in the chat room, I want to say hello to our good friend Kendall Peters. She's in there. I'm trying to see who else is in there right now. Oakley Garville.
Right.
It says Oakley Garville. And let's see here. Who else? Matt Wilson and Crushed Edge.
Well, how about that?
So we got a little audience in there in the evening of a Wednesday afternoon.
All right. Is the video any good or no or what?
So I guess they could. Carolina Cookie Burner just popped in.
All right.
So since you guys are jumping in the chat room, you could give us a little feedback as we do wrap this up in about 45 minutes. So let us know what the stream looks like. Let us know how the audio is. Let us know if we can change anything. And don't be afraid to be critical, because that's what we need. We need a little feedback.
Yeah, this is not a show as much as it's us trying to get things tuned in, for what we're doing. I see in there that you're a little low. So I get a little
low in the
audio, but how would I do that? I guess I would just turn my mic down a little bit, because I don't want to.
Turn your mic down, or you could pot me up a little bit.
Well, if I pot you, let's see, because I'm doing it all from the board.
Right.
If I pot you up, that also pots me up, I think. Talk a little bit.
All right. How's that work for you?
All right. That looks fairly even. I'm going to turn me down just a little. We'll see how that works, if that's a little more even. Just play it, Dude, that is what we're doing. This is, it's funny because, obviously we haven't had to do this in a long time. But you and I used to spend hours and hours and hours working on getting the sound sort of even, back in the old days. This is the first time in a long time we've had to mess with anything,
if you're looking at the camera, if anybody's looking at our video and they notice the audio rack that I have here, that has helped us tremendously to even out our sound and make sure that we sound just as crystal clear and beautiful.
Right.
As much as you want us to be.
That's right. Well, it definitely does sound pretty good. There's no doubt about that. It sounds good.
Better. Sounds a bit better, Neely.
All right. Well, there we go. Glad
I am not controlling that end this time. Chris is handling that.
Well, that's because for now I'm dialing it in so I can learn. And then once I learn it, then I'm sure this is all going to get thrown to you, because you're way more techie and you have way more computer power over there than I do for my little show side.
Yeah, look at Josh Toomey. He likes my rack.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. Thanks, Josh. Never mind. So, let's see. Somebody already, disliked the stream?
So what?
Yeah, they disliked it.
Oh,
man.
no. Thumbs down, man! Thumbs down, man!
Corey Davies says it sounds and looks good.
Oh, well, that's good. Yeah, I mean, not bad for our first run. And to be really, really honest about it, you and I started doing this, a half hour before we started?
Yeah.
And that's the first time that we've ever done it.
Right.
I played with it yesterday a little bit, and I learned a little bit today, but this is the first time we've tried a multi-stream. Nah, this isn't bad at all. This works pretty well, actually.
Nice cats, Chris.
Aren't they nice? They're keeping me company here while I do the show.
I see that. So Josh Toomey screaming outrage.
Outrage, shock, infamy. Oh, no. I'm sorry. That would be...
Carolina Cookie Burner It was me because I was offended.
I believe that. You know, people are definitely are, offended social justice warriors out there. They can't take words that might hurt them, man.
Right.
Ugh.
So,
people.
all right. We appreciate everybody jumping in there and just stepping up and letting us know what's happening.
Right.
Excellent. All right. Good stuff. Well, since we were talking about pussies,
Okay.
Since one of the favorite segments that we do on the show is analyze the stories out there.
Mm-hmm.
A teen sues after losing his legs in a train accident.
Who does he sue?
Well, let's find out what happened to this unfortunate teen.
Okay.
A Georgia teen who lost part of his legs when he was run over by a train
Yeah.
has sued the railroad company and its operators.
Okay.
Jacob Ohl, OHL,
Mm-hmm.
was walking along the railroad track on March 2nd in Lilburn when he was hit by an oncoming train that did not have a functioning camera, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reported.
All right.
Doesn't that engineer know he should have saw me and pulled the brakes?
Is that what he said, or is that just your?
I'm just saying that this is the grounds in which he's suing, that the engine did not have an operating camera.
Okay, but what was he doing on the tracks?
Well, see, that's neither here nor there. He's a victim here.
No, he's not. He's a dumbass.
No, he shouldn't. He's a victim. He should have every right to walk along that track unaccosted by a train, goddammit.
You know what? That's probably what his dick lawyer will say in court, too.
Yep. This kid, he was just happy-go-lucky, walking along a railroad track.
Right.
And this big old train just came along and just ran him over.
Damn, was it the Trump train?
It must have been. The teen is suing for compensation for his injuries from the railroad company CSX and operators Derek Tyrone Marshall.
Yeah.
Chris.
White
Derek
guy?
Tyrone Marshall.
White guy, right?
Exactly. And Clifton Edward Martin.
He's got to be a white guy, too.
Right.
Right.
Who were running the train.
Oh, were they?
They were running the train.
They were running it?
Yes.
Okay.
The lawsuit, which was filed last week, claimed the train conductor never blew his train horn to alert the teen who was wearing headphones.
Oh, my God. Are you he's suing because he was fucking irresponsible and got whacked by a train.
Yeah, he was wearing his Beats.
Yeah.
Rock to some Dr. Dre. This big old train come along. The guy didn't see him, didn't honk the horn to say, "Hey, fucky, get off the track."
And his legs took a beat. Oof.
Yes.
Ow.
The suit also claims there was no fencing or warning devices for pedestrians.
Is there ever?
You know what that's called? Good parenting.
Yeah.
Hey, son, you see those railroad tracks?
Yeah.
You should stay off there. You could get hit by a train. Okay, thanks, Mom.
Yeah. Did it have like the light thing that flickers back and forth with the red? You know,
Well, that's a traffic crossing, but this, what kind of a warning should they have for pedestrians? Don't walk along the train track. You might get hit by a train.
Yeah, and if you do, don't turn your headphones all the way up.
Yeah.
And dude, I'm as guilty as anybody of putting headphones on and turning them up all the way, as loud as I could possibly put them. How close do you think a running train would get to you before you'd hear it, even with headphones on?
You think you would feel it? I mean, they rumble the ground.
I mean, the thing weighs, probably 1,000,000 pounds.
1,000,000 tons.
Yeah, rumbling down the road or down the tracks. What the hell?
Oker Garville, what a goddamn fucktard. He should be sued for being so stupid.
Right. Well, apparently he was sued by God, and he lost a leg over it.
Right.
Jesus.
According to the suit, the engineer and the conductor saw Ole about 1,000 feet before striking him, but the train wasn't stopped for another half a mile after the accident. You know how long it takes to stop a loaded train? It takes a full mile for it to come to a stop.
Yeah, you can't stop 1,000,000 tons of steel from racing down the track at 70 miles an hour in 1,000 feet. You can barely stop a car in 1,000 feet, if you can. Can you stop a car going 70 miles an hour in 1,000 feet?
You can stop a car about 300 feet.
Okay. So a train that weighs what? About 1,000,000 times more?
Yes.
You know, you think you're going to stop that in 900 feet? No fucking way, dummy.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So his mom, Fern Cook, wrote on the GoFundMe page that the 17-year-old called 911 after the incident to get help.
Yeah.
He was rushed to the hospital where both of his legs had to be amputated below the knee.
Oh.
We all feel lost in the overwhelming helplessness of this crazy situation, Cook said.
Right.
What's crazy about it?
Yeah.
Stay off the goddamn tracks.
Yeah, I bet he won't do that twice. Just a hunch. Wouldn't it be funny if he did it again?
Yeah. Hey, where was Fern Cook when he was growing up? Hey, son, see those tracks over there? Stay off of there. It's pretty dangerous.
Yeah. Oh, really? I'll keep that in mind the next time our one comes racing at me. What a fucktard this guy is. Yeah. Is that him in the chat room?
That's him.
Oh, there he is. Old titanium foot.
Exactly.
Good for him. At least he's got some legs. You know, they could have left him in the chair. He still gets to move around. Big deal. You lost a little piece of your leg. You'll be all right. Move on.
So anyway, mom didn't give him the lessons of life and say, hey, you know what, son? Don't talk to strangers. One of them might try to fuck you. Okay. Thanks for let me know that. I'll go about my business.
Yeah. He thought when mom said don't let somebody pull a train on you, he thought it meant something completely different.
Exactly. So there you go. These people live among us.
Yeah, that's good to know. Oof. Well, we might see him in like the Special Olympics or something running at some point, right?
Right.
This could turn into a positive.
Or he could end up like that what was that guy Presorius?
Oh yeah, he might get those blades and then kill his wife.
Yeah, he might just like shoot bullets through the bathroom door and thought somebody was in there.
Yeah. Now, is that a tragic story or a secretly smiling story?
I don't know. I don't know, what the situation was in the room, but, your chick goes to the bathroom and then you blow like 5 or 6 holes through the door and go, oh, I thought I was being invaded.
Knowing what most guys secretly think of their wives, what do you think happened there?
Well, I think he just might have snapped and said, you know what? I've just had enough of this.
Yeah. You think that it was just I've always thought that. I mean, I know he claims that's not what happened, but I could see him just being tired of even if he was fortunate enough to have a supermodel with, without legs, he got like what's the saying? No matter how hot she is, someone else is sick of fucking her.
Yeah, basically he says no matter how hot that girl is, she's probably somebody else's pain in the ass.
Yeah, well, that one's not anymore. She was whose pain in the ass is she now? The morticians? That's about it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of our favorite subject, hot girls.
Okay, I like those.
Middle school phys ed teacher.
Mm-hmm.
She got arrested. What do you think she got arrested for, Chris?
Teaching the old math instead of the Common Core.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it was.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. No, middle school phys ed teacher arrested for having sex with a student.
Is it a woman teacher?
Unheard of.
Woman teacher, man teacher?
Yeah, female teacher.
All right, this story just got really hot.
This is a weekly occurrence.
Of course, it's happening all the time.
Yeah, and the thing is what's amazing is since Mary Jo Letourneau.
Yeah.
How long ago was that? 20 some years ago?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think before these girls, women, get involved with this that, hey, maybe there's a high probability I could go to jail for this? It doesn't seem to be a deterrent at all.
Nah, that happens to other people. It won't happen to me.
Right.
No way.
So I'm 25, 30, 35, or maybe even 40.
Yeah.
And I'm banging out a 14 or 15-year-old boy.
But you said middle school. Isn't that like 12?
Well, I said 14, 15-year-old boy.
Yeah. Wow.
So the thing is nobody will ever find out. He'll never tell his friends.
No way.
No,
they all tell. Why, dude? I'm still fat. We gotta get ourselves a quote unquote victim on the show at some point.
I'd like to know what the serious long-term ramifications of that are, aside from the public outrage or what people would consider inappropriate actions.
I just want to ask them why in the fuck they would tell. That's my big question. Why? I mean, maybe not the one that was banging that 54-year-old troll, because that one makes sense that you'd tell on that one. But like the ones that are like 17 banging out a 22-year-old hottie or whatever, why in the fuck would you ever tell? Because you got a bad grade?
Well, no, but if the 22-year-old hottie decided that, okay, well, this little fling is over.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like sour grapes. It's like, what do you mean it's over? You cut off my supply of pussy? Well, yeah, it's over. I'm telling my parents now, you took advantage of me.
Right. How bad must it be that you go from getting your teacher to having to go back and beg like a 16-year-old?
Or show up in the courtroom and have to testify against her.
Yeah, that wouldn't be fun either.
She made me do naughty things.
Yeah, she made me lick her clitoris.
And I didn't even know what that was.
Right. I kept sticking my tongue all the way up in her as far as I could. I didn't know what I was doing, Your Honor. I didn't know to lick the little man at the end of the boat. I didn't know.
Really? Well, a former middle school gym teacher was arrested Monday for a sexual relationship with a 15-year-old student.
All right.
Shawnette Reese.
White woman?
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Right. Shawnette?
Shawnette.
All right. Nice story.
Well, she is from Georgia.
Okay.
There could be something in the woodpile for all we know.
Yeah.
But believe it or not, if you've seen the photo, and I'm sure somebody in our chat room will be quick about posting it.
Yeah, please do.
Shawnette Reese, 40, Blairsville, was sexually involved with a student in 2013. See, here's the other thing. This happened 4 years ago, and this is just now being an issue.
Apparently. Oh, I don't know why.
Now the kid's 19.
If this is her, she's a little hot piece of ass.
The blonde girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her.
With blue eyes?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
With like big pouty lips? Slightly pouty lips?
Well, anyway, this all happened 4 years ago.
It's making me wish I was in middle school again. My goodness. That's a good-looking broad.
Yeah. Beast was arrested after the Union County Sheriff's Office received information on the alleged relationship and asked that the GBI to assist with the investigation. See, again, this is like water under the bridge at this point, you know?
Yeah, no kidding. Jeez.
Like, what are you going to do now? The kid is 19. If this happened 4 years ago, you know, now you're going to go, oh, well, you did something wrong 4 years ago. We're going to come after you now.
Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
This was moving from the 8th grade to the 9th grade during this time, the news release stated. As a result of the investigation, Reese has been arrested for child molestation and a sexual assault by persons with supervisory or disciplinary authority.
Right. She was sentenced to 5 minutes of community service for her crime because she's hot.
Yeah, because she kept saying, respect my authority.
Yeah, pal.
Exactly.
Yeah, pal.
Officials said once the investigation is completed, the case will be presented to the and Noda Judicial Circuit District Attorney for prosecution.
All right.
And so you talk about something that comes back and bites you in the ass.
Yeah, that would be one. My goodness.
So don't know, man. What's up with these chicks? That never happened when I was going to school.
I'm looking through all the pictures trying to find a little bit of her, tits or ass. I don't see any good shots. Just trying to, because for research, of course.
Yeah, for research purposes.
Yeah, I'm researching what a child molester looks like.
Right.
Man, some
so
of them
you don't steer clear of them.
Yeah, you're right. And when you say I don't steer clear of them, I sure wouldn't steer clear of this one.
Right.
Oh, you raped kids? Okay, show me how. Fuck yeah. Holy smoke, she's hot. Dude, honestly, if you knew a chick had done something really fucked up, but it was
well, what do you consider really fucked up?
like this, like being a pedo like this, or worse, like Casey Anthony.
Sure, all right.
She murdered, what'd she murder? Her kid?
Yeah, her 2-year-old daughter.
If it was a one and done, wouldn't you still bang her?
Oh boy, that's a toughie. If we're talking like murder your own children.
Yeah,
like,
but it's literally just a one time. I'm gonna fuck you for an hour and then I'm gonna go my separate ways and never talk to you again.
I don't know. That creeped me out. I think.
Come on, not even once.
Nah.
Oh, I'd be so in. I would be so in.
For the story.
Not for the story, because she's hot.
Okay.
She's hot. She seems like a party girl. She probably fucks like a goddamn racehorse.
Right.
You know,
exactly.
I would definitely. You wouldn't bang out a Casey Anthony, really?
Not after what I know about her. Hell no.
What about Andrea? Never mind.
No, not Andrea Yates.
Yeah,
either.
Andrea Yates was horrendous looking, but Casey Anthony was hot.
Well, that's the reason why, she did away with her kid, because her kid was getting in the way of her party time.
That's what I'm saying. So she's fun.
Yeah.
As long as you don't bring a kid to the party, she's a lot of fun.
I guess.
That's
why the kid ended up in the trunk of the car.
Yeah, well, you got to put him somewhere.
Yeah, just stay here because mommy's got to get her party on.
Yeah, it wasn't like he was going to get too hot and not be able to breathe or something. It was already over.
Exactly.
What about that one from France? What was her name?
The chick who supposedly killed her roommate?
Yeah, what was her name?
I can't remember. I know who you're talking about, though.
She was pretty hot, too.
Yeah, she almost burned for that, but that's all questionable. It's like, did she really do that, or was she just being framed?
Okay, well, on that one, would you still bang her? Amanda Knox.
Well, unfortunate things happen to people, and just because she was, being held on that suspicion doesn't mean she did it.
Yeah. But she was convicted once or twice, wasn't she? She was like convicted, then overturned, then convicted, then overturned it like two times.
Yeah,
right?
But that was over in the French court.
Yeah. So as long as it's not a U.S. court, you're okay to bang her.
The thing is that I think in that case they were actually looking for like a scapegoat.
Okay.
Because there were so many questionable circumstances surrounding that case, which is the reason why it got overturned.
Right. So you're not answering my question, though. Amanda Knox, would you hit that?
Well, I can't remember what she looks like, but in that case, I don't think she's guilty of anything.
So she's on the market.
Yeah, she's okay.
She's on the Neeley market for you.
How about that girl that totally just destroyed her boyfriend in Phoenix?
In Phoenix.
She cut this guy to pieces, and then she left him in the apartment, and then she went and acted like she was like somewhere else, and then she came home and discovered him all just shredded to pieces.
I don't know that story, but
it was just recent. She got convicted here just within the last year.
Wasn't Veronica, was it?
Oh.
Girl Phoenix murderer. I'm looking. Murderer cut to pieces. I'm looking for her. Amanda Knox, I would do in a minute. Oh, boy. I don't see any hotties that come up under that search.
Well, she went to like Northern California or like Portland, Oregon or something like that after she committed the murder.
Okay.
And then she came back and acted like she just discovered her boyfriend, even though she was the one who like shredded him to pieces.
Let's see. Is this her? Jodi Arias?
I think that's her.
Yeah, I'd hit that. She
even
looks...
now?
Oh, yeah.
Even now that she shredded her boyfriend to pieces?
Long as it's in a room without anything sharp, yeah.
Very nice.
You know, sure. I mean, as long as I can control the environment, why not?
Very nice.
She's hot. She looks like AJ Lee from the WWE. Yes, sir. I would bang her out in a minute.
All right, Chris.
Fuck yeah.
Get down with your bad self.
Dude, you can't run around your whole life in fear, can you?
Well, it's not a matter of fear. It's having a little bit of scruples.
That's for other people. That's, you know, I'm not down with that. Just give me the pussy.
Very nice.
And what a story you'd get out. I lived through that. I banged this chick that murdered people, and I lived.
Right.
That's a hell of a good story.
And you come out a real champion.
Yeah, really.
All right. Excellent. Wow. All right. And one last story, and we'll wrap it up for the day.
Okay.
And since we're on the whole teacher thing, something a little more closer to home for me.
Okay.
A former Indiana high school volleyball coach was accused this week of having sex with a student and sending him photos of her bare breastises. She sent him photos.
She needs to send them to me too, just for research purposes.
Just for inspection purposes.
That's right. I need to see.
See, I don't get these chicks in these positions like this, and having digital, evidence that they did what they did.
Well, dude, you know the rules. Don't show your head. Isn't that the rule? The girls don't show the picture of their head. You don't know whose tit you're looking at.
Look at that. Chipper says, Chris, scruples? Laugh out loud. Chipper knows you.
Of course.
Carly Mae Barmby, 22, of Lafayette, Indiana, was an assistant boys volleyball coach at Jefferson High School when the student came forward to police that she had sent him lewd. He went to the police
with a nude picture of his teacher?
Yes.
What a dick. What a douche. Why would you do that? Blackmail her forever.
In an April 18th interview, the student, who was between 16 and 18 years old, told detectives that he and Barbie had sex at the coach's home several weeks earlier, according to the probable cause affidavit.
Right.
So, this is that deal where, something happened. Maybe they were drinking or something. He got lucky with the teacher.
Yeah.
She told them, well, this was just a one-time thing. I made a mistake. And he wouldn't settle for it. And he goes, oh, if you don't, I'm going to the police.
So then he started sending her, pictures to try and quell him down a little bit?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know the answer.
I mean, why is she sending him pictures?
True.
She wanted it to continue, too.
Maybe.
Maybe he said, that was just a one-time thing, Mrs. Whatever.
What kid 16 to 18 years old is going to say, that was just a one-time thing?
Maybe he had a girlfriend? Felt guilty?
Please.
Felt guilty, man.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, if any of you want to call before we cut out of here in about 15 minutes, studio line is open, 800-497-5891.
All right.
So anyway, if you want to call, you're welcome to it. So anyway, getting back to the story. The same day, Barmby told police it was highly possible she had sexual intercourse with the student, but she couldn't remember.
Oh, my God. How much did she drink?
She was impaired on alcohol at the time, so it's exactly what I said it was.
That's awesome.
So that it was one of them deals. She goes, oh, man, I was really fucked up. I shouldn't have done that. It was a big mistake.
Right.
Keep this between us. And so it's like, what do you mean it was a big mistake?
Yeah.
I want a little more of that. Well, it's not happening anymore.
Fuck you. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. I'm going to the police.
Yeah, you better keep sucking this dick or I'm going to the authorities.
Yeah, so it's sour grapes.
Yeah.
Sour grapes, man. You opened up a can of worms. You won't give me my way, so I'm telling on you.
Yeah, man.
Hail and kill, caller. You're on the air.
Yes, is this Chris and Neeley?
It is Chris and Neeley.
Chris, listen, I love you guys' show, man. Or your guys' show.
Yeah.
Maybe I screwed up, but I don't know. I don't want to sound too much like a nerd. Chris, what's up with all the cats in the background, man? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a cat owner, but I also love pinball.
All right.
Anyway, listen, I wanted to chime in and say the video looks good on my end. I'm watching on my iPad, my iPhone. I've been waiting for this. I love the show. I don't know. I just kind of called on a whim with nothing really to say. I guess probably my management's going to be calling me before.
Well, who is this and where are you calling from?
My name, I'm calling from Gainesville, Georgia.
Okay.
Oddly, not far away from some of these weirdo teacher stories where hot teachers are having sex. Man, what's up? I graduated in 86, and quite frankly, if there were hot teachers that were having sex with some of the students that I was in school with, I missed out on it. I wasn't aware of it, and quite frankly, I feel cheated. Because I've seen some of these stories, and that Chantel woman, the PE teacher, yeah. Man, I'd hate to be that kid dragged kicking and screaming to hot sex with a gymnast. That would just be awful.
It would. Now, you don't have three names, too, do you?
No. I'm a regular. Actually, I've tried to communicate with you guys both through social media, and I comment regularly on the stuff you post over on your YouTube channel.
Well, that's Chris. That's Chris who deletes you and probably blocks you too.
Probably.
So. No, I think I talked with Chris about buying a Centaur pinball machine, one of my favorites.
Yeah, he might have.
I might have. My name is, I go by a radio name here locally. No, I'm not on radio here. I'm just kind of a caller that participates in local shows.
So you have a fake name when you call the radio shows?
Yeah. My name is Collins. My fake name is Collins on the radio show.
It isn't like Collins, Jesse Rodriguez or anything like that?
No, it's not. It's not Carlos Danger or Ricky Bobby Danny or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
But my real claim to fame is I'm a nationally syndicated comic strip artist.
All right.
I create the nationally syndicated comic strip Mark Trail, which is kind of I don't know, it's an outdoorsy strip. It forever has kind of had a bad reputation for being kind of a nerdy strip, but I've turned it around and tried to make it something more exciting and adventurous. But that's what I do. And working at home in my studio all day, I found you guys. I found your show just a couple of years ago, maybe a year and a half, and I can't get enough of it. I've gobbled up old back episodes.
And that's
YouTube
what happened to all our back shows, Chris. He gobbled them all up.
It was all his fault, man.
Man, I gobbled them up like my ex-wife. Well, now, hang on, I can't do that. Well, wait a minute. Public radio. But I wanted, once you put the number out, Neeley, I wanted to call in and say hi, introduce myself, let you know I love the show. I don't know, I'm looking forward to watching it. I like the live feed. I think it looks good. But again, Chris's cats were a little strange. But I don't know, man. I guess I'm supposed to sign off and say, well, hang on. There was a guy, I want to say it was Doghouse.
Yeah.
That called in one night. He was just shit hammered, obliterated. And when he ended his call, I know I'm screwing this up. I know I'm getting it wrong. But he said, well, hail and kill, balloon knots.
No, that's John
Rufo.
That's all right, because I thought the balloon knots thing was hilarious because I get it. But anyway, I want to close before my manager calls and say, hail and kill, fuck you, pal, hands up.
All right, thanks. Well, there goes Colin from Georgia.
There we go. A new caller for the day part.
Yeah, he's Colin from Georgia.
Yeah.
It?
Maybe we have to do these Wednesday afternoon, bro. No, we don't.
Yeah, we might have to just do some afternoon. We'll have to give you a nooner.
No, we really won't. That's a big pain in the ass, doing it during the week.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, well, let's wrap up this story here.
All right.
So anyway, she claims she didn't remember doing it. She said, I could have. I don't remember.
Okay.
He had a small wee-wee, so I don't remember.
Oops.
Investigators discovered an April text conversation with the teen on Barmby's phone where she acknowledged that sexual contact with the student is illegal and would result in her losing her job.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's exactly what I said.
Yep.
That I got fucked up. I banged the student.
Yeah.
I go, holy shit, what did I do? And then say, well, we can't do that again because it's really illegal. I could lose my job. He goes, oh, wait, bitch, I'm getting some more of that snatch.
Exactly.
That's exactly what happened.
Right. Too funny.
Barmby was fired as early as April 19th. Lafayette School Corporation officials told the paper she was booked into Tippecanoe County Jail on Wednesday night without bond.
Well, sucks
So
to
she
be
got
her.
time out.
Yeah. Sucks to be her, I guess.
Another volleyball coach for the same team was accused of knowing about the sexual relationship between Barmby and the student, but never contacted the authorities.
Yeah, man.
Allegedly advised the student to delete Barmby's nude photo from his phone.
Did he?
Del Real was charged with attempted obstruction of justice. So now this other teacher got in trouble too for telling the student, hey, you know what? She was kind of fucked up. Delete those photos. Let's just forget about this.
And he got in trouble for this.
Yeah, the other teacher got in trouble too.
All right, so are we going to say the other teacher that was fucking her as well?
I have no idea.
Come on. You know that has to be the story, doesn't it? Doesn't that have to be that he was banging her too and was like, well, you know, she fucked up, but I can still get that if I help her out. You know, one of these fucking douchey white knight guys.
Sure.
I'll bet that's what it is.
So there you are.
Look at that. Ugh,
How's for a story?
what a mess.
Yeah, as soon as you get involved with that stuff, everything goes haywire.
Yeah, every single time. Or probably not every single time. We're just hearing about it more, but you got to figure there's what, about 2 of those a week?
At least.
So how many do you think are going on in real life? About 50 a week?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're talking a big country here, so,
Yeah.
you know, I'm sure it's happening all the time, but these are the ones that have been discovered.
Yeah. Just think, there's like 1 teacher per state sucking her kids in classes' dick.
Right.
In every, there's at least 1 in every state right now. Right at this point, it's what, Wednesday? Before Friday, there'll be 20 teachers sucking student dick.
Right.
That's amazing. Where was that when I was a kid?
Yeah. Well, our friend Colin there from Georgia, he kind of, went to school at the same time frame we did.
Yeah.
And like us, he didn't witness anything like that either.
I'm with Colin. I feel very cheated.
I do too.
I feel like I didn't get the proper education I was supposed to.
Absolutely. All right, Mr. Aiken, I think this was a successful test run.
I think so. We'll check it back out on YouTube here in a little bit and see how the audio and stuff went. But so far, everybody says it's good. So,
but anybody who's got any comments, thoughts, suggestions, input, we'd appreciate it. So you can email us at request@theclassicmetalshow.com or just leave a comment on the YouTube page or wherever.
Yeah, or on the Facebook, because I really don't care what you say on YouTube. I just delete everything.
Chipper, hey, Neeley, get off the phone and pay attention to Chris.
Yeah, man! Don't be looking at your phone!
Yeah. That's funny now. People can see what I'm doing.
I know. That's why you got to get a close. See how or you don't see, but my screen is like a lot closer, so they can't see me fucking with my phone.
You know what? I want to give people the full experience, man.
Fuck them. They just wanted video.
Yeah, well, there you go. Well, I'm raising a glass to you folks, even though it's empty.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Talking metal toast.
Yeah, talking metal toast.
All right, let's get out of here. We'll see y'all. What, Saturday?
Yeah, I'm gonna close out with something that I opened with. We were sent over a little CMS related music.
Yeah.
Which we want to give a shout out to.
Okay.
We got it from Chris.
Clint.
Is it Chris Pagel?
Clint Pagel.
Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, Clint Pagel, Pagel.
Yeah.
And he sent over this this little CMS outro thing, which we'll figure out a way to incorporate it into the show.
Right.
And he's with Dark Trilogy.
Yep.
All right. So we appreciate it, Clint. We appreciate you taking the time out to make us a little outro music. So, well, we will be back Saturday, and we'll do this for real.
Yes, we will.
All right. So we appreciate everybody who checked out the live stream today and let us know what's going on out there. And 3 days, we'll be back.
Yep. So let us know how this was, and that's it. We're done.
We're going to leave you with some Dark Trilogy with the CMS outro music. So until Saturday night, this is Neeley, along with my very good friend,
Video Chris.
And we're out of here.
Bye, kiddies.
Hail and Kill Caller, you're on the air.
Classic Metal Show.
Saturday. So this is Neeley, along with my very good friend, Rizzy. We're gone.